the Opposition, Kemi Badenoch.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister can plant as many questions as is like with his backbenchers. But at the end of the day, I'm the one he has to face at the dispatch box.
This is Kemi Badenoch's second Prime Minister's question time as the Tory leader, and it's difficult not to see her slightly shambolic style and inflated ego not getting worse as the weeks pass. John Crace from The Guardian sums it up beautifully. Kemi Badenoch is turning out to be the gift that keeps on giving to the Labour Party. Put simply, the more you get to see her, the less there appears to be. Behind her rather patronising, condescending facade, there's a largely empty interior. She is riddled with levitas. Her self-confidence is in inverse proportion to her abilities. She's not nearly as bright as she thinks she is, and quite where she got the idea she is a brilliant performer in the Commons is anyone's guess. It's Liz Truss levels of delusion. I don't think she's quite as bad as Truss, but it's interesting to watch somebody who seems so eager to prove how good she is, making unnecessary mistakes in desperation to expose how brilliant she is all at once.
And I welcome him, Mr. Speaker. I welcome him back from... Mr. Speaker, I welcome the Prime Minister back from his trip to Azerbaijan, where he has unilaterally made commitments that will make life more experienced for everyone back home.
But then remember this.
I call again for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, the return of the sausages.
Sausages to one side. We return back to the scripted questions we had from last week.
Speaking of making life...
Somebody's suggesting reading. I think if you notice, the Prime Minister also reads. So please get your...
And, Mr. Speaker, I can pre-prepare my questions, but he needs to answer from his mind. Yes.
Like telepathy? Anyway, rather than drill down on one subject, she favoured a scattergun approach, asking a range of questions.
Will the Prime Minister confirm that he will keep the cap on council tax? How much extra does he expect local authorities to raise? Did they not realise care homes, GP surgeries, children's nurseries, hospices, and even charities have to pay employers' NI? I know that he's been away, but did the Deputy Prime Minister, who runs that department, make him aware of their £2.4 billion black hole? What is the Prime Minister's message to Kelly and the 500 families her small business supports if it goes under? Does he think it is appropriate, as the Ministry for Housing has done, to approve a 4-day week for councils that is not flexible working, but is actually part-time work for full-time pay?
Of course, each time Starmer was able to bat away each question with pretty much the same reply.
Questions based on what we're actually doing are usually better than fantasy questions made up. Mr. Speaker, what did they deliver in 14 years? Low growth, stagnant economy, a disastrous mini-budget, a £22 billion pack hole. And now she wants to give me advice on running the economy. I don't want to be rude, but no, thank you very much.
Click here to ask, would the Lib Dems make a better opposition?